Morning, welcome to Erie Shores Prepping. I'm your host Greg. As you can see, we're having some snow here in Ohio, potentially 1 to 3 inches depending on location, but it turned cold and it's going to get colder. Well, I went to bed last night thinking that the commander-in-chief is going to put the 82nd Airborne into Ukraine. Well, lo and behold, this morning the Whitehouse, the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense, all have to walk back the commander-in-chief's statement saying, no, he really didn't mean that he's going to put troops in Ukraine. He just misspoke. Now, how would you like to have to constantly correct the President of the United States, but the commander-in-chief as well? What a buffoon. When is somebody going to give him a cognitive test so we could get him out of office and then impeach the dumbass Kamala Harris? The people have to know what's going on. And what's more important is the leaders in Europe are looking at him and saying, this is the leader of the free world. This is the leader of our NATO allies. This guy's going to get us into war. Just truly amazing, truly amazing, truly amazing. And this guy was supposed to have gotten 83 million votes. I don't think so. Now he has a meeting in Poland with the heads of the Polish nation, as amongst others. And he goes on thanking him and reminding all the other heads of states how he was there, when he was a vice president, shaking down the people of Ukraine for bribery money. And they were going on saying, yeah, he's very cognizant that the United States has to take in more refugees. He said, yeah, we'll commit to 100,000, but he says, in the meantime, our borders are wide open for migrants to come up and start a new life. So he's well aware that the United States has open borders and unfiltered, unstopped migration, and he's all in favor of it. Open borders. Said it. I wonder how they're going to walk that back if they do. They walk back the troops in Ukraine. They're not walking back the New World Order statements. They're not walking back the open borders in Texas and our southern states. So they know half of what he says is the truth. He's an embarrassment. And he's a buffoon. And he's deliberately wrecking this country because he's a puppet for the New World Order, and he's saying it. He is saying it. They're not saying he didn't mean to say that. He is saying New World Order multiple times now, and they're not walking that back. So I'm telling you, friends, when he says that and you're not paying attention or you don't know what he's talking about, you go to the United Nations Agenda 2030. You don't need to read all of it. They've got the bulletin points 1 through 15 as to what their whole outline is and what their whole purpose is. And he is following it step by step. Organized migration, changing the continents, changing the leadership, changing the economy, changing how we heat our homes, changing how we live by putting us in, multiple unit apartments so everybody lives in one neighborhood, changing how we get to and from work by having commuter transportation. I'm telling you, folks, it's coming. If you're not being prepared, you better start right now, because they're going to control everything. How you get paid, how you shop for groceries, what your food allotment will be, what you're going to be allowed to eat, what you're going to be allowed to buy, all of it. You need to start preparing. You need to start stocking up on the food and even more of it. Making friends. Yes, I know that's difficult. Making friends, forming tribes, groups, whatever you want to call it. You need to be strong. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I certainly do appreciate it. I'm sure since Joe Biden is over there still talking, the gaffe machine will be in overdrive, and they'll have to monitor him and hopefully just yank him off stage. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Get yourself right with God. Get baptized. And as you can see, it's snowing heavily now. Greg out.